guys, my name is Christina Rev, and I'm here with
Adam
and Connor
from Lorna Shore, and we're go ahead and tell me a little bit about how tour's been so far.
Tour's been cool. It's only like about a week so far, so far it's been sick. Every show's been like pretty awesome.
Yeah, a bunch of really good shows. Only one weird show.
Yeah.
So that's good.
One weird show. Tell me about that.
It's just so weird. People were weird.
Yeah.
There's a good turnout, but like it was just in a weird area in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
But it still was fun though. Aside from all that, there was a cool taco truck outside, so that's tight.
Yeah.
So you guys like Mexican food?
We love Mexican.
Yeah, we don't get it like by us or like good kind at least. Like we just get like Chipotle and like Taco Bell, and that doesn't equate to like real Mexican food. So when we go out to like the West Coast, we try to get as much as possible. So
It's funny you mentioned that like Never Say Never Fest before because we got tacos at that day,
one of the best tacos.
and they were like the best
those
tacos
were like
we've ever
the
got.
homemade.
Yeah, it was like a
tacos.
family making them.
Yeah,
they were
were
so
like
good.
It was awesome.
mom-made like Mexican tacos. Those are the best.
Yeah.
You can only get those there. So where would you say is your favorite place to play a show? City and state.
I like playing Denver a lot.
Denver.
Denver's
cool.
good.
I mean, Austin is always sick. I actually do like playing Texas a lot.
A lot of the Texas ones are really good.
Yeah,
Like Austin
Texas
and
shows-
San Antonio are usually great.
I love like Seattle and like Portland just because I like that area, but the shows are usually pretty sick there. I mean, we like playing anywhere, so I mean, everywhere's sick to be completely honest.
Like East Coast is great for us too because that's like our area.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I don't think I have an actual like favorite.
But if I had to pick a city, probably Denver, just because you can just smoke pot and play some shows, so that's cool. If
In
you're into that.
actuality, you're not supposed to pick favorites because fans are gonna get mad.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Denver's cooler than the other cities.
No, I mean, it's sick. I'm not gonna lie.
They love everyone.
We do.
Everywhere's great.
So do you guys have any weird or crazy tour stories?
We have a lot, but I can't think of off the top of my head.
Not on this so far because it's so early. I'm sure like if this interview was done at the end of tour, there's probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of off the top of my head, because we talked about it the other day, is I don't remember where we were. I think we were in Texas driving, just passing through, and a guy asked if we can give him a ride.
Oh, that was in North Dakota.
Okay.
The guy who punched our van?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was like, yeah, he asked for a ride like 30 miles in the direction we weren't going, so we told him no. He told him no.
Yeah, I was walking into the gas station just to go to the bathroom, and the guy was like, hey, can I pay you for a ride? I was like, no, thank you. And then he's like, I will give you $30 to drive me 30 miles that way. And I was like, we're not going that way. Thanks. And I was just like pissed because, just sleeping all day and driving, like just tired, had just a long drive. So I was already just annoyed. And then, so we get in the van and like nobody knew, just like me. I was the only one that I just didn't think anything of it. And then he's like standing in like the on-ramp, like to us go back on the highway, like flipping us off and everything else like that.
Oh my
like
God.
he hits the van. And
Yeah, he punched the side of the trailer, I believe. But
Yeah.
he was standing like right in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And like in hindsight, it was only like one person, and there was like 6 of us in the van. We probably could have like got out and like kicked his ass,
Should have.
but he seemed kind of nuts. Like
Yeah.
it was a little bit crazy.
We were in North Dakota, so
That is a hell of a drive.
yeah, I don't know.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Let's go ahead and talk about the new album. You guys want to go ahead and explain like what it meant to you, the recording process and everything?
Flesh Coffin was not a long process, but it was like it took many shapes because initially, like when we started writing, I just was planning on writing like another single because that's what we thought we were going to do, and then that turned into an EP that we were going to put out ourselves, and then we had label interest, and then we just decided to make it a full length and go back in the studio. So we recorded in 2 different times rather. So we recorded 5 songs at a time, which was kind of cool, but also not like super ideal. But I think it was the most time we ever spent like working on an album. Like every other time that we went to the studio was always like rushed. It was
Who are your influences or who have been influenced you to make music?
I mean, like what made me want to like play music, or what influenced like us to be in this band.
Well, I guess I can kind of go both ways on that question. I guess first I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys like who are your influences, like who are yours, because I think that's probably one of the best things about bands is when they come together and they all have different influences and it makes such a unique sound. So.
Ironically, we all have a lot of the same influences.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Like
but...
no. I mean, that's how it. I mean, I think all of our different influences come out like in little ways, but I mean, I think everyone has their own like niche of what they like. But I mean, I love bands like I got into bands like Black Dahlia Murder and like Necrophagus and like The Faceless and a lot of those bands, and enjoy bands like Behemoth and Dark Funeral, as well as like other bands similar to that, and that we kind of just put a lot of that stuff together, and
It's a lot of the same stuff. It's like weird. It's like kind of like you said. It's like we have like personally like we have like our own like kind of like bands and like music that we all enjoy like separately. Like Austin's like kind of like Austin and Tom are really big into like rap and hip hop, whereas like I'm not so much into that. I can't really speak for Adam, but I mean, realistically, it's like we all have like different interests, but we all kind of have the same goal for this band.
Yeah.
So it's like our separate interests don't really like make their way into this band. Like obviously, there's not really like any like rap influence, and I listen to like a lot of like alternative like rock stuff. So it's like that doesn't make its way into this at all. But like bands like Fallujah we're on tour with, we love them. We've toured with them before. They're a huge influence for me in this band. Like he's at Behemoth, Necrophagius, Faceless.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like tech bands, a lot of black metal bands, a lot of like the like obvious ones like Black Dahlia Murder, like you said. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any bands or musical artists that are your guilty pleasure? Like
I don't issues.
I don't really
Issues?
I really don't believe in guilty pleasures.
No,
I totally enjoy like whatever I enjoy. Like I like radio pop music. I really enjoy it.
Like the Biebs or?
I like Justin Bieber.
I like that album. Yeah, I like that album. That album's
like
sick.
my favorite.
I love Illegal Beat.
She's so good. I love her stuff.
I don't know. Taylor Swift's sick.
Taylor Swift is great.
I don't know. I just because I get so bored of just listening to metal all the time, so I just put on the radio, and then I just enjoy stuff like that because it's a completely different mindset of what you're listening to.
So why is Issues your guilty pleasure?
It's not. I love that band. I have no issue
With
no
Issues.
pun. Yeah, no pun intended. I have no issue saying that I love that band. They're great at what they do.
I love them. Every time I see them live, they blow me away. So.
They're good. We just played in Denver a couple nights ago, and that tour was there, and I really wanted to go, but I didn't.
Just
Saddened.
Just say you have diarrhea and just be like, these.
That's a good excuse.
Right?
It's
It's a best
should be
fucking
used
excuse.
Usually it's like true for me, so it's not really an excuse.
it's not an excuse. I'm going to the Issues show to have diarrhea.
Imagine that.
So you guys like any pop music?
I do.
Besides,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Any 90s pop?
80s pop.
80s pop?
80s
I actually
pop,
just
yeah.
got into that band in 1975.
Oh,
And, like,
the
they're-
1,975.
Yeah, and like I've been hearing a lot about them, and it took me a while to get into them. And one of my buddies showed me them, and I've been listening to them a lot lately. So I feel like they're like kind of bringing that like comeback like 80s like pop music.
Yeah, 80s pop is sick. Like
It's
I
cool.
get really hyped when you go to a bar and they play like a really sick like 80s one-hit wonder. Like that's what I'm excited about. Like,
Oh yeah, we have a bar like that back in McAllen. It's called DeLorean's, and it's actually themed, Back to the Future themed, and
That's
it's all
sick.
about the 80s.
that's tight.
And
Like I
how,
like 80s movies, 80s pop culture, like 80s. I like that VH1 show. I love the 80s. Like that's what I enjoy.
Sweet.
I like the show that's dedicated to their love for the 80s. So
It's funny that you say that because I was actually going to ask, what is your? I'm going to make it easy. Top 3 favorite movies.
top. That's
my God.
hard, but I mean, like I think I absolutely love Interstellar. I think it's a really awesome movie. I do like The Departed a lot. I think it's great, but I watch it too much, so I don't know how like awesome it is anymore. But
Your answer is gonna be so much more intelligent than mine.
why would you say like Corky Romano?
Corky Romano.
Yeah, no, I mean, Interstellar is probably one of my favorite movies. I mean, everyone says Star Wars, and I love Star Wars, but I think it's not top 3 anymore. Like all like the movie sagas I used to love like years ago is not like my favorite anymore, just because. Maybe because I played it out too much, and I watched it, like watched Star Wars like a lot, like Lord of the Rings, and Matrix, and all that stuff. Like I watched that a lot, but I don't know. I like Departed,
Interstellar. You need one more.
Interstellar. I need one more.
Magic Mike.
My cousin actually likes Magic Mike. Which is
I
weird.
was watching that yesterday. I'm not going to
I
lie.
really like it. I don't know. I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head.
Those are two. Those are good.
Those
Two
are two
good ones.
those are
Pick a
good-
third one, man. Just pick one that's like all right.
I can't pick an alright movie.
Pick a horror movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. You go. I'll think about this. You go and mention.
I'll try and break it-
Mention your 3 good movies.
I'll try and break it up into genres, I guess, because you mentioned horror. My favorite horror movie, I think, is The Strangers, and they tease me like once a year saying that they're going to film a second one, and they still haven't, so I'm waiting for that. We just watched it the other night. We got snowed in. Corky Romano is a great comedy, and it got 1 star on Netflix, and that's horseshit.
Those are the best ones.
No,
One-star movies.
it's a great movie. I just don't think anyone really like caught onto it when it was out like a ton of years ago, and then they put it on Netflix, and I just don't think anyone gave a shit. The 1 star rating is blasphemy. It's way better than 1 star. It should be all 5. I'm trying to think of maybe like a serious movie now.
The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. That's my 3rd favorite movie. It's a really good movie. It's
Highlander. Endgame specifically, the last one is my other favorite movie.
You guys make me feel like I'm living under
Night
a
at the
rock because I
Roxbury.
don't think I've ever seen any of those
You should
movies,
go
but-
like check it out.
You
Like
should watch all the Highlanders except the second one because it's terrible. There's 4.
yeah, watch those movies. They're sick.
So we're gonna go ahead and sign off. That was it. Go ahead and check out their new album, buy it, and support these guys. They're still doing the rest of the tour with Carnifex. So okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm with Lorna and I'm Christina Rev. Thank you so much for